Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious and beautiful little spirit guides. And how I love you all so, my super duper delicious babies. Now I hope that you're all having the most wonderful morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world, my delicious little babies. And that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1. Beam me up, my juice little lads. They're super duper bright. Thank you, little lads. Now then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by. Okay, and much love to you all as well. And I hope that you too are having a super duper day, morning, evening or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Now then, if you do happen to enjoy my videos today, if you could please click on the like. For others of you happen to stumble across me, you do enjoy my videos, if you could please click on the subscribe. For others of you, please feel free to comment, and it's always welcomed. And finally, if you'd like to share my videos, because you know some others may actually find me interesting. Okay, my delicious little babies, because I do like to have a laugh at times. Well, I mean, I used to like to have a laugh all the time. Well, I still do now, my delicious little babies, but you know what it is. It's the current events in the world, isn't it, anyway? So, my weather in our old neck of the woods, well, it's very damp. It's been raining for most of the night. The wind's picking up, and yes, it is rather cold. Okay, so as you all very well know, my delicious little babies, I do like to give the weather forecast in my neck of the woods in the old UK. Now, there's other parts of the UK where it may not be the same. Do you see what I mean? It could even be worse or it could be better. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? Anyway, we have to spare a thought for anyone who has passed away, my delicious little babies, you know, in America, you know, with all, you know, God bless them with all these beautiful, you know, all these beautiful dear souls. Do you know what I mean? What they've had to experience and endure. Zuzum. Do you know what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? The givers just keep giving, don't they? Okay, so I forgot to say this, you know, the other day. It was in my head for about 3 or 4 days, and then it went out, and I thought, you know, when I was a young bairn, you know, like when you sing little, you know, you sing little rhymes, don't you? Little songs. Do you see what I mean? And by the way, I'm so sorry, everybody, my delicious little babies. I hope that you've all, for those of you who do celebrate at this time of year, I hope that you've all had the most super duper Christmas Day and super duper Boxing Day, okay? But, you know, of course, you know, with now coming towards the end of the month, it's drawing out to a close, isn't it, apparently? But anyway. The thing is this, my delicious babies, I'd just like to wish you, and I'll probably do a little video just before New Year's Eve, sorry, apparently, okay? And I will do you a quick little video, okay, my delicious little babies? I'm sure I'll spare a thought of something to say, okay, as I always do, okay? Now then, my delicious little babies, and what this song was, I don't know if you'll remember this, so for some of you delicious little babies, you will remember this, but for others of you, you may not, my delicious little babies, yes? But it goes like this, really. Ring-a-ring-a roses, a bucket full of posies, a tissue, we all fall down. Ashes in the water, ashes in the sea, we all jump up with a 1, 2, 3. Did you see how it just went brighter then? Thank you, my beautiful, dear, delicious little spirit. Ah, they seem to, how I love you so, seem to want to come into the room with a few of the videos that I've done, you know, because I went a little bit quiet for a time. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? So pleased to have you, my delicious babies, as I always am. Okay? Now then, must never ever forget that, my delicious babies. We all have spirit guides, we all have ancestors, okay, who are helping to guide us, my delicious little babies. Yes, we must never ever forget that, okay? No matter what goes on, we sit in the eye of the hurricane. Do you all follow me, my delicious little babies? Yes? Please and thank you. Now then, There's so I'm going to kick it off by saying this. Do you remember this song? By the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, yeah, we wept when we remembered Zion. Okay, so this is on YouTube, my delicious little babies. Okay, and if you could please, type into the space bar at the top of YouTube, please and thank you, my delicious little babies. By the Rivers of Babylon, okay, with lyrics, okay, with lyrics, okay, and in the subscribe, okay, it should say love one, not one as in the writing, number one, love one another, okay, and that is on YouTube, my delicious little babies, yes? So I'll just do it again. By the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, yeah, we wept when we remember Zion. Oh, do you know that requires a drink of my old sip of water, please, and thank you. Now then, next one, my delicious little babies, okay, is, this again is on YouTube, my delicious little babies, okay, so there's not much information today, okay, but if you could please, in the YouTube space bar, and if you could please type in. Now, I do happen to know this gentleman, I mean, quite clearly not personally, my delicious little babies, okay, so, not meaning that in the wrong way. But I do know who this is actually, and the first time I seen this gentleman was actually on our lovely charliewood.com, okay? Now, it should still be there actually, charliewood.com. I did mention it in a few videos back. Do you see what I mean? It could be 3 or 4 anyway. And yes, so if you could please type into the space bar W for Walter, E for Echo, F for Freddie. Now, so it's WEF. Now, promoting 15 minutes, 15 minutes, numbers again, please remember what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, comes to 6, okay? Cities globally, okay? Then it says Paris, Milan, Melbourne, okay? So I'm just going to repeat this, my delicious little babies. So it's on YouTube, the spacebar, once again, WEF, now promoting 15 minutes, cities globally, Paris, Milan, Melbourne, okay? Now, if you look into the subscribe box, yes, my delicious babies, little babies, please and thank you, it should say David Curtin. So Curtin is spelled, it's not like curtain as in you dry your curtains, okay? It is K for kitten, U for umbrella, R for Romeo, T for tango, E for echo, and N for November, David Curtin, okay? Now, like I say, the first time I ever seen him, it was just so amazing that when we were in the pandemic, please just let me tick these off, my delicious little babies. Okay, so that's all the bits of information today, but anyway, so I'm going to put my book back, okay? Now then, it's just so amazing that, in the old pandemic, like where, I suppose for most, we were all sort of living different lives, weren't we, my delicious little babies, yes? So sometimes, like we wouldn't stumble across, we would never have otherwise, have stumbled across, like different YouTubers or on BitChute or any other platform. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But something I feel, my delicious little babies, yes, I do with all my heart, yes. Something magical happened, and there we go, and it is, there we go. Do you see how it went lighter then, my beautiful, beautiful, delicious little babies? Yes, it's like something magical happened, and it's like, you know, you had different walks of life, yes, and it's like everybody started to come together. I mean, please do not get me wrong. I mean, you still get your negative, don't you, on the old flipping platforms. Doesn't matter what site you're on, my delicious little babies, you are going to get your very negative. You're going to get your very spiteful. You're going to get your very hateful, okay? Which they obviously feel that they're living a meaningful life, my delicious little babies, but they're very clearly, living a very meaningless life, okay? So I'm not here to hurt or offend or upset, but as you all know, I'm a straight talker. There we go, see? I'm a straight talker. I will just say it the way it is. It's not always comfortable. It's not always what one would want to hear. But sometimes we have to say these things, okay? There we go. See, I'm all cold across here, yes? So, across my shoulders. So, the thing is, okay, is that... yes, so, you know, I just feel, okay, it's really hard for me to explain, but I actually feel it's a really magical time, okay? I mean, obviously, it's not magical for some delicious and wonderful and beautiful little babies. God bless their beautiful, dear souls. So if anybody's feeling depressed, God love them. And if you know somebody like that, please, and thank you, please try to help them, okay? Because there we go, because this is so important, okay? And it's that time of year as well where, you know, for some they'll be enjoying New Year's Eve and enjoying Christmas, but for others, it's an extremely sad and upsetting, there we go, see how far I even said it, upsetting time, okay? So we must always spare a thought. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, my beautiful and delicious little babies. Now then, so, you know, to me, so I want to talk about this 15-minute business, yes, which I've just said to you. And yes, it is interesting to listen to. Do you see what I mean? But it's good just to meet, you know, I'm not saying meet as in you meet somebody in real life, but in a way, it is like, see, if I even say it, it is like meeting, isn't it? So even though you're meeting somebody, you're listening to their channel or whatever you do, in a way, you know, provided that they're honest, okay, they speak from the heart, because I believe in that. Shove the ego out the way, be who you are. Do you see what I'm saying to you? That's what I believe in, my delicious little babies. Please do not be false. There we go. Because you see, eventually, others will see through it. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? So, but in a way, you know, for all of us, every single one of us who, you know, has the internet, because not everybody does, God bless them, okay? Because like I said, the internet can be a blessing in some ways. So then in other ways, there we go. But in other ways, you know, it can destroy some lives. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And it has done, okay? So we must, you know, just, you know, God bless. That's all I can say to that. I'm not being disrespectful or rude, yes? But, you know, so it's really lovely. So even though we've been going through some really dark and, there we go, before I even say it, some really dark and difficult times, my delicious little babies, yes? There's also so much, there we go, if I even say it, so much light. It's like it's getting brighter and brighter. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, my delicious little babies, please and thank you. So I just think it's been, if we look at this, take it from a negative to a positive, it's been a positive. Do you see what I mean? So this is wonderful. You know, like platforms, I've done it myself, that you would not have otherwise have even listened to or anything. Do you see what I mean? Then all of a sudden you'll come across them and you'll think to yourself, wow, this is super duper, you know, fan-dabby-dursy. and super duper delicious. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So therefore, it's brought so much light, and this is what we want to continue, my delicious little babies, yes? So getting back to this David Curtin now, yes? So that's where I first heard him. I mean, I do not follow him, okay? So I'm going to be honest with you. No, I do not. I stick to who I stick to. There we go, and that's the best way to go. Do you see what I'm saying to you, sweet? Yes, that's just my feelings, okay? Everybody else has different feelings, yes, on who they want to follow and who they do not, yes? So I wasn't saying it's that way. But he's happened to put out a video, my delicious little babies, yes? And this is highlighting, if we go back to a video that I did a short while ago, yes, okay? We were talking about Oxfordshire in our old neck of the woods in the old UK. Well, it's a way away from myself anyway, because I'm in Brummyland. But anyway, and I actually said, I'm pretty sure I did, that I said, you know, I said, because really we've got to call it out now, we've got to start bang, 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 get rid of it, because you know the reason why, because I said it's going to happen everywhere else. So if you listen to it, you're going to hear it for yourself, please and thank you, my delicious little babies. This is the seriousness of this. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, so we need to really, all around the world, okay, you know, remember that ELO song? Do you know what I mean? You need to listen to that ELO, I can't remember, you know, all over the world. Right, you need to listen to that song, sweet, yeah? Because really, they're telling, aren't they? See, do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? So what they're doing is, right, this is how they're playing the game, yes? So we know how they're rocking and rolling for those of us wonderful, juicy and delicious little babies who are flipping hot on this. Yes, bang, bang, bang. Do you see what I'm saying to you? What they're doing is, they're obviously seeing how many are awake, how many are stirring, half and half, and how many they can bloody damn well flipping manipulate. Yes, like they do with everything, with wars, with everything, that's what they do. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, so I'm just pointing something out now. Okay? Where they wanted to get everybody, there we go, before I even say it, into a net. I can see a net. Get everybody into a net. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? I know what I'm talking about, everybody. There's nothing wrong with my noddle. No, there isn't. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But it's interesting to listen to that video and also to listen to, you know, by the rivers of Babylon. Okay, I've known that song a long time anyway. Do you see what I mean? But what I'm saying to you is that I've said it before and I'll say it again, we're being given, there we go, it's like we're being given a chance here. Dear God, Jesus Christ, our dear Creator's giving us a flipping damn well chance. Do you see what I'm saying to you? We're going to flipping take this chance. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, my delicious little babies, yes. Now, I want to tell you something else, and this is just another fine example. So, I was walking, so if you could please take a look. I mean, I know that sometimes, you know, some of you may think, and especially if you stumble across me, think, oh, she's flipping this woman here now, she's a proper header. No, I am not. I'm no such thing. I mean, I do not really know what one's thinking and what they're not. But anyway, if we look at the way that the old social media is all across the spectrum, do you understand what I mean? You're always going to get nasty ones anyway. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Because they're just not getting it, are they? They're just not getting it. But the thing is this, so let me just get back to this matter in hand now, okay? So please and thank you, please just at least take a listen, okay? You're going to see the seriousness of this, yes? So you just need to stamp it out. No means no, end of, yes? There's us and there's them, so bring it on. Do you see what I'm saying to you? This is the spirit that we need to have. Every single one of us delicious little babies, yes? Because this is for our freedoms, this is for who we are, what we were put on this earth for, right? And we're not backing down, right? No, we are not. So let the battle commence. There we go. You see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, anyway? So I'm walking out yesterday evening, it was dark, you know, with my wonderful, beautiful and delicious little Ruby Tuesday. Yeah, she loves to have a little walk. You know, that's the beautiful thing about little animals, isn't it? They do not ask for a lot. They ask for something to eat, something to drink, some, you know, love. Lots of love, actually. I give lots of love to my delicious little babies, yes. And any little delicious little babies, so, you know, I'll always give them kisses and hugs. Yes, I will. Do you see what I'm saying? I just love animals, yes. Anyway, so I was talking to a neighbour down the road. Now, at the start of this old pandemic, shall we say, yes? And, well, it's not what we shall say, we will say, because it's a flipping pandemic, yes? Okay, and they're planning something else. Yes, they flipping are. This is why you're hearing all this about China. Yes, I know. Do you see what I mean? I know exactly how this is rocking and rolling. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little... Yes, I do. Okay? So I was talking to a neighbour, you know, down the road and round the corner. And, you know, he asked me how my Christmas was. Of course, you know, his wife, his daughter, you know, and I think they've got a son, I don't know. Anyway, and... because the first time I'd ever spoke to them, they'd actually lost their little pussycat. I won't say the name of the beautiful dear little pussycat. But anyway, and I was putting it on a lamppost opposite my window where I live. And, you know, it's the first ever time I ever spoke to them, to be honest to you. Do you see what I mean? Because I know, like, the majority on our road, but I do not... Do you understand what I mean? I only know certain down the road, if you know what I mean. Anyway... And strangely enough, you know, I was saying my prayers, that beautiful little pussycat to come home, you know. And you're never going to guess what, my delicious little babies. Guess what happened? He came home. Look at that. Took some days. He was found from where I live, where we live, yes. He was found about, I'd say about 14 miles from here. And somehow, this little pussycat, oh, God bless him, he's so really sweet. Do you understand what I mean? He's little black and he's got a little white eye. He's beautiful and delicious. Anyway, so he had a little adventure, a little travel, but he must have jumped into somebody's van. And then this van took him, well, somewhere very, far away. I know exactly where it is, because I used to live not far from there, so I do remember, I remember that, yes. But he came home. Wasn't that beautiful and delicious, my little babies? And I must have said my prayers for 3 days. Do you understand what I mean? You know, and his name and everything. And for him to come back safe and sound. And he did. So I felt so super duper wonderful and delicious to hear that. But at the same time, let's get back to the seriousness of it. So we say please and thank you to dear God for that. So I was talking to your man there, and he asked me how my crimbo was and everything else. Do you understand me? It's just general chit chat, isn't it, my delicious little babies? Anyway, fast forward. So I said, is your family well now? They got better. He said, oh yes, got over the lurgy. He said, it's what we keep hearing, see. Whereas in the old pandemic, it's COVID. Do you see what I mean? It's like the old cold went out the window and the old flu went out the window. Look at that. Anyway. So I happened to say to him, when our real Christmas is, for some countries, yes. And in our neck of the woods in the old UK and in some other countries, yes I did. And he said, oh, well, as long as nobody comes banging on my, on my door, talking to me about... You see, what it is, these are what you call my delicious little babies. And God bless them. We have to say God bless now, yes, because it's called brainwashing, yes. But that is just another example. He mentioned that he used to have a friend who lives in Ireland, yes, and and I will call him dear, God bless him, I've never met the gentleman, but his dear friend kept sending him information, to help him, to stop him having the old jab. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious babies? Yes, so you know what he did? He told me, he was done telling me. He said, well, I blocked him. So this is another fine example, my delicious little babies, there we go, of what we're dealing with. So here's what I would call a denier. Do you see what I'm saying? Because the reason why, my delicious little babies, yes, because and there are an awful lot, yes, who know that they've made, God bless their beautiful dear souls, know that they've made, there we are, for even say it, a mistake, yes, because they believed in the putrid governments all over the world. There we are. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So it was very clear to me on that conversation. Anyway, we left it really pleasantly. But this is what you're dealing with. So he obviously wanted to, what I call saving face, yes, because he didn't want to admit that his dear friend in Ireland is flipping bang on, bang, 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 bang on the flicking ka-ching. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? Didn't want to know that. Do you see, my delicious little babies, yes? So we have still got some of these, God bless them, you know, man and woman out there, okay? I've noticed a change in some neighbours. You know, not my immediate, very close to me, no. But I've noticed with other neighbours up and down the road, it's almost like they cannot, and I'm not saying this to be nasty, my delicious little babies, because I'm not speaking about everybody, okay? But there's some who, they do everything they can to avoid looking at me. Because I was telling them from the flipping start. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, yes, I flipping was. Trying my best to help them with the flipping health. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, there are, yes. But it's like they just, I don't know. It's like the atmosphere's changed. It's not rocking and rolling like it used to, if you know what I'm saying, my delicious little babies. And I'm pretty sure that there'll be some of you, my delicious and wonderful little babies out there, who are seeing the same, there we are, seeing the same thing. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? And something else I've noticed, see, this is just coming to my old noddle. Something else I've noticed, okay, for some and not for all, but guess what? Ones who smoked, well, they're not smoking. It's really strange. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, yes? And some of these ones who can smoke like flipping troopers, puffy, 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 on their old ciggy figgy. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But they're stopping smoke, they stopped smoking. Look at that. So what's going on here then? I mean, we know, well, I know for most what the flipping ingredients are in these old jab, 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 jibby jabs. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes. But there must be something where they're stopping, there we go, where they're stopping smoking as well. So what's going on there then? This is what we're going to ask ourselves, haven't we, my delicious little babies? All I'm wanting you to do, my delicious little, there we go. All I'm wanting you to do, my delicious little babies, is please just spare a thought for what I'm saying here. There's something else rocking and rolling. Do you see what I mean? So, my noddle's thinking right now, yes, my old noddle, is that there's different levels. That's my thoughts, my delicious little babies. Yes. Do you see? And something else, so yes, one last thing I want to say before I leave our video for today. And thank you to any of my beautiful and delicious little subscribers, or beautiful and delicious little passers-by, if you even happen to even take the time to even watch my video, okay? Because I know it's been a busy time for many delicious little babies out there, okay, around the world. But we noticed, don't we, that there's a fair few, is it in Russia, China, different places, where it appears, my delicious little babies, that they seem to be passing, you know, what would one call them? Is it elites? Yeah. Seems to be a bit of a pattern as well, the way that they're passing, my delicious little babies. Yes. Very strange. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? It's almost like, you know, certain, you know, when they've had their use, shall we say, my delicious little babies. They've had their expiry date, haven't they? Do you see what I'm saying? Are you following me, my delicious little babies? Yes, yes. There seems to be a pattern with it's how they're passed. That's the thing. So there's some, and they're in two, yes? Well, they're passing. And they seem to be having the same sort of way they've passed. Yes, look at that. Do you see? And then, of course, you know, we look around the globe, you know, and you've got celebrities who have passed away. You've got lots of different things. Singers, yes. Look at that. You know, I mean, I always say, God bless all. But the fact of the matter is, oh, something's happening, isn't it, my delicious little babies? Yes. You know, like when sometimes when you buy something and you've got to use it by a certain date, just need another sip of my water, please, and thank you. So, yes. So, you know, like you could buy something, they put dates on everything, don't they? And of course, you know, when that time's up, well, you know, you throw it out, you do whatever, don't you? Seems to be the same with what they've named us, human. Seems to be the same for some elite humans, doesn't it? And, you know, celebs and all that. Do you see what I'm saying to you, little babies? Now then, just one more thing I want to say. So to anybody out there, okay, well, can I please just say, and, you know, for many, Dark has just said, can, you know, just all please rest in peace. Can I please just say, okay, I was looking at our lovely Simon Cowell. Sorry, I should have mentioned that earlier. Our lovely Simon Cowell, and I'd seen the latest photograph of him. He's not looking... Anyway, there's something, there we go, something wrong here. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Okay, so I'm hoping that, not for any other reason, my delicious little babies, I know what I'm talking about, so there's a reason why. If anybody at all, okay, you know, I just feel it's better that he starts to follow positive things. There we go, if you know what I'm saying to you, like videos like mine and, you know, and other positive videos. Do you understand what I mean? So if anybody hears this message out there, my delicious little babies, yes, please, okay? I'm not saying this for any other reason. I'm not saying it for, you know, for one name or anything, okay? At the end of the day, no, I do not need to. Do you understand what I mean? Because I know who I am. Yes, I do. Okay, my delicious little babies, there's a reason why. I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to say. But what I'm saying is if anybody happens to see my video, I'm just hoping, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, he just needs to have his spirits lifting. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Anyway, I'm going to leave it like that. So that's the end of my video, my delicious little babies, yes, okay? But again, just one more thing I'd like to say. Very sadly, and I do not mean this, my delicious little babies, you know, well, anyway, there's only one way to say it. This is what Kaching does. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Okay, we talk about there we go, egos, we talk about all different things, yes, we put all that aside, yes, and then you strip down to your bare. Do you understand what there we go, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but this is what it does, okay, and clearly not everybody takes things very well, okay, but for each and every one of us, especially in this past 3 years, we've all had many journeys. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? So we've got to keep our spirits up. Now, I mean, I know that some of my videos are very serious, like I said before, but I mean, I can have a laugh and everything. But the fact of the matter is that to some, they will find, and in fact, I spoke to many and they say they find my videos very interesting. Yes, they do. Do you see what I mean? So if some get enjoyment or some get information, and that's for all the platforms, do you see what I mean? Then this is what it's about. But we need to continue lifting our spirits, lifting the frequency and lifting the vibration. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, because we are going to win. We're just going to keep going, okay? So on that note, once again, thank you so very much for listening. I know you just feel that I've rambled on, but I know exactly what I'm saying, okay? So on that note, much love, God bless, take care, thank you, until my next video, goodbye.